That helps.
I
guess this is going to be podcast one of Gamer to Gamer.
Or Gamer to Gamer podcast.
Gamer to Gamer podcast.
Or podcast Gamer to Gamer. We'll start a whole new thing.
You're right.
We're playing Slay the Spire. We're picking this game because we want to focus more on shit that we want to talk about. Because most of our shit has just been focusing mainly on the game.
A lot on game.
And so, you know what? Let's just split it up. Because we obviously can't do both at the same time.
We're going to burn out.
So yeah, this is Gamer to Gamer podcast, episode 1. Thank you for tuning in. We're playing Slay the Spire. Easy game. It's like a card game, turn-based thing. I don't know if you ever played SteamWorld Quest, which we will get to.
Which will be
one day.
Yes,
it's
one
fun.
Day.
But yeah, other than that, let me just get. Oh, I got a text. Hold on. Whoops.
All this is if Corona does not win.
Coronas. We're not drinking Coronas right now.
No. We drink a.
Their stocks have went down.
Oh yes, they did.
They took a big hit. Those poor Corona people.
Apparently, there's a group of people it's too big amount of people to be just straight trolling.
And it's crazy because they're from Mexico. It's a Mexican drink, and that's on the complete opposite side of the world of where China is.
30% of people say that they're no longer ever going to buy Corona because of the coronavirus.
Are you fucking serious?
And at some point, it's not trolling anymore.
At that point, it's just being ignorant.
You're being very, very stupid. You know the R word that we can't say anymore?
You have your phone with you?
Yes.
Can you look up what Corona means? The word Corona?
Yes.
Obtain a random card. Common, like, yeah, fuck that. Do that. So in Slay the Spire, you pretty much get to choose your own path that you get to go up on this thing. And, so you get to choose what you want to do next. Like, after this fight, I can choose to go to the shop or go to the monster guy right there for a fight, get money.
Oh, question marks. Oh, the whole bit. Okay.
Yeah. And it's real simple shit.
Oh, I dig it. And you fight these fucking blobs. Oh, I remember. I've seen you play this game.
You've seen me play this before.
Yes.
Some of that. Gain to block and turn.
And he's going to try to hit you.
So what's the word, Corona?
From Uncle Google. A usually colored circle, often seen around a close to a luminous body, such as a moon or sun, caused by diffraction produced by science droplets and occasional dust particles.
That's what Corona stands for?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Nothing to do with the beverage.
Nothing to do
or
with
the sickness.
Or Mexican or anything.
Not at all. But it's still no reason for 30% of people to relate the two.
But even with like all this crazy shit that's going on over there, it's like I've heard like a ton of stuff of like what's going on, like about like the numbers and the statistics they have for this shit. It's like they aren't releasing all the numbers.
Oh no, because our gracious leader decided that it was not a good idea to fund the CDC. So
which is a huge fucking mistake. Have you ever played Pandemic?
Yes.
It's all about.
Oh, this is
all about
yes. Pandemic is like, they haven't funded their CD program. Yeah, the CDC programs. You can get them now.
For the most part, I hear people saying that if you're not in direct contact with anybody who has coronavirus, then you should be fine. But still, if you're worried, don't hang around any sick people.
And wash your hands. And when you wash your hands, secret tip: use cum. Okay, don't do that, but.
What? That's not even close to where I thought you were going with that. You want me to use Cume to wash my hands?
Yeah, I do.
You want to know how hard it is to wash anything with that?
Well, you're not trying hard enough.
Well, I don't know how hard you have to try to wash your hands with Cume.
It's the safest way. It's your own bodily fluids.
Also, what I was learning, because I was doing a little bit of research for this coronavirus stuff.
Yes.
What I learned was that fucking this little that guy. That like okay, so there's a shit ton of viruses in the world, right? Like a shit ton, and a lot of them that we don't know, of course, and shit 100%. Like that. So when somebody has a cold, technically, like the common cold, technically they have like a virus, or they have an infection of some sort, but they need like obviously like like it's so broad.
Yeah,
like,
it's so broad.
It's all
It's
like a
guessing.
cold. Like a cold gives you what? Like runny nose. The cough,
yeah, you have a cough,
all that shit,
maybe
temperature.
Yeah, temperature.
And all these other viruses pretty much do the same thing. Like there's a lot of viruses that do that same thing.
Yeah, of course.
And like you have to be a crazy person to go to a doctor for them to diagnose. Will go, you have rhino.
Yeah.
You have rhinovirus, something like that, or coronavirus. It's just already been around. Coronavirus has been around for a very, very long time.
My dad has a form of the coronavirus before this coronavirus came. Not the same one. It's just a different kind of thing. But yeah.
That I understand. But it's been around for a very long time, and and the reason why it became so crazy apparently is that animals also get like these viruses and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it happened. I think it was through a bat.
Oh yeah.
Like it was through bats. The virus like mutated.
Yeah.
So that it So that's how it like started going. That's how it got transferred to people.
Yeah.
Because it's not just people to people that get viruses. It's like people to animals that get viruses too and shit like that. But yeah.
Oh, do you want...
So
that's what's been on your mind. What if I blew your mind? So... no, this is going to be great. This is solid stuff.
Okay.
So, imagine... Like, so that's, it came from bats. That's kind of the idea. Now, what's right outside of where the city this happened is a...
Which is?
It's a biological weapons testing facility right outside the city of Wuhan, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but the place where
forgive the
pronunciation
pronunciation.
I'm sorry in advance. We're
gamers. We're not.
We're gamers. We're not
English majors, whatever.
None of that shit. But while that was that's a place that's right nearby it. They basically test on animals. Sorry for people who love animals, but the protocol is. Afterwards, they're supposed to cremate them because, in theory, they're testing on these animals and creating biological weapons. So, the next step to this story is that there's a high black market. There's like a huge black market for these animals to get eaten in China as well. So,
oh wow!
And this is by no means saying this is a state-sponsored or anything. I think it's just pure negligence. But some of the animals weren't cremated because some people wanted to make a little extra money. They went to the black market, sold the animals, thinking that this one didn't really get in contact with anything super dangerous. It was just some.
So this one's safe-ish.
This one's safe-ish. Sold it to the people in that city. It was in this city. It was bad. The Chinese government tried to keep it down because if anything bad happens, like it's for their whole power structure. Point is, they were going to be very reluctant to let it out unless it was a major problem. People have been having this disease and traveling all around.
Yeah.
It's mostly like a flu, but this is my term for it. I call it the culling flu.
Culling?
The culling flu, because it doesn't. It's unlike most flus in that they affect specifically children and elderly people. This flu does not actually affect children. It's specifically with elderly people, and when you are elderly or have a compromised immune system, it is much more deadly than the average flu by factor of at least 10. That's insane.
And it's like you kind of understand where people's like and that's why when people get scared, they they exaggerate the truth and like shit like that.
Yes.
Like coronavirus is really bad, and like I'm sorry for all the people that it's affected because that's scary. Any virus that could kill somebody, that's bad.
Bad.
Obviously, very bad. But yeah, apparently there's like a lot of like shit like behind it, and a lot of people are like straying like what people are just blowing it up. Like if you look at like TikTok and like, shit like that, people are saying like millions of people like in America are affected or some shit. I mean, it's like I think like I don't know when. I think it was like a month or two ago when it was first starting, like at least here to like blow up a little more. I think there were like 8 cases of coronavirus here. And like 7 of them were people from China who came here, and then they already took care of that. And there was only 1 case that was person to person.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think that because of all the factors of they have a chemical, or rather a biological weapons testing facility right outside the city. There's a high black market for these animals. I think that this has been around a little longer than we think. Because I just got off a phone from a meeting and I work for a company that I would have access to this information to. And
Snap.
Basically, China in January had 20% of domestic flights going around the country. We're complaining about 10% in our economy. This was in January. This has been a problem. We only found out about it when it became such that they couldn't hide it anymore. I think that there's way more infected people, but it's just going to be a flu or a cold. Like that's what it's going to feel like to an individual person. But that's a problem because if, say, you're around someone who's sick or you have a family member who has a compromised immune system,
right,
it could pass to them and it's dangerous at that point. You're seeing mortality rates of like 10-15%.
And that point
in that age range, that's terrifying.
And get yourself checked out, peeps.
Yeah,
like
check yourself.
The second you think like, oh, this is a little weird. I'm like it affects your respiratory.
Yes,
thing,
exactly.
Right?
If you have any respiratory issues, raspy throats, I'm not a doctor. Jeff massages doctors. Yeah. But
oh yeah. Like me, I'm a massage therapist.
Yeah.
I touch people like on a daily basis, like multiple people, and I wash my hands like all the freaking time.
You have to
because of like my hands get so dry, and like to like help ease like just to like because I always wash it like in the break room.
Yeah.
Right? So I've been washing my hands in like right before like the clients in the room they're laying down. I go to the sink because we have a sink in the room too. So that's when I would wash my hands in there, so they know that I'm washing my hands at least.
That's some level of comfort for them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I know with this whole shit going on, there's people everywhere. Because like everybody's scared, everybody's freaking out.
Scared. Definitely. So mostly elderly, watch out. And again, culling flu, maybe. I think all day.
All day. Okay, we're done. We're done.
Enough Corona.
Yeah, that's it. We're past that.
Enough Corona.
I'm gonna take another hit because we're past the Corona hump. We had to talk about it. I don't know where the fucking lighter is.
We have like 4 between us.
We did.
Still do. Where are they?
Have you been playing anything recently?
What have I been playing recently? This is gonna be really weird. And I think it's mostly just telling me I'm stressed and like I just want to do a nothing game. But I just started playing Candy Crush this week.
Oh, on your phone?
I started playing Candy Crush. This is why I can't have these games on my phone.
I'm about to ruin your...
I really can't do it.
Well, let me turn it on. It might be blowing up too much.
It's been 4 days. And the first day I went through 150 levels. I've been a little obsessed.
Wait, you started from the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to ruin.
Oh no.
Because you need to play. If you like Candy Crush, right?
I do, but I hate that I like it. I knew I liked this game, and games on my phone are a problem because I'll get addicted. I typically stay away from the phones on my games on my phone.
Done. You got it.
But I've been playing it a lot as a guilty. Just been like. It's just been doing stupid. I need it stupid.
I highly recommend the game Homescapes, and I'm gonna get judged by mad people about this, but I like that game, Homescapes. It's exactly Candy Crush.
Oh lord.
But it's like there's a story, and you progress like through the thing. Like you earn stars by beating levels, and you spend the stars to like renovate your. Are you looking it up?
Oh, I'm looking it up.
I have it. Like I have it on my phone right here.
Oh, I see you.
Here, I'll load it up.
Oh, it's kind of like. Oh.
I'll load it up on my phone.
Okay.
Hey, you should download Homescapes on your phone and check out what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, Homescapes. Give us that check.
Give us the check. I'll sell out in a second.
A whole second. Especially for any video game.
And look. Boom. And it's like, okay, fucking.
So you get your day one.
So you start off.
And they try to always buy it, stupid.
You can see shit.
Oh my god, it's just like Candy Crush.
Oh, now I gotta fucking play because I got 30 minutes free.
Damn it. So I hate that they do that.
You start off in this. You start off in this little room, right?
Yeah.
And like you get to like upgrade, like you get to like change the furniture. So you pretty much set up how you want the whole place to look like.
To like build a place
and all like,
too?
And then after this place unlocked, that place unlocked. I've been going through like fucking crazy.
Oh shit!
I think I'm level like
where is it? 70.
Where it be?
I don't care.
Oh, 913.
Oh Jesus!
I'm at 913.
Holy shit! I can see exactly how this is like.
Yeah, well, it's really. I'm like in the really hard levels. If you wanted to try one now,
I'm gonna try right now.
Right now, live.
Well, he plays this. Okay, any dumb bitches. It works the same way, I'm assuming.
Well, it's like I don't like those kind of games either. Liz is the one.
I hate these games. Why am I playing it?
Liz is the one that got me into this shit.
Oh, what is this? Oh.
My dude. I had no intentions on playing that game.
Oh, we have a problem here. Oh, no.
Alright, bye.
Bye, guys.
And that's the podcast. Thanks for listening to episode 1.
Guys. Episode 1. It's been great so far, but wow. Oh my God, no.
I'm gonna have to rip this away from Evan.
Yes.
But these kind of dumb games are fun. Like when I asked you what games you've been playing.
Yes.
I completely forget about mobile games.
No, you
mobile games is becoming a serious thing too, yeah.
They deserve some respect.
There's some real bangers on there.
There's some bangers, and I think like sometimes we get too stuck up in being like, oh, this is a more console. What's the word? Maybe console elitist, but
you wanna know what's crazy? Like I'm super against paying for the apps and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that's
but think about how crazy it is. I think how crazy that thought process is because we would spend $60 on a game.
Not even blink.
They want $1. I'm not spending that $1.
You're not getting my fucking money.
They're trying to take my money.
Spends $200 like on a console.
I'll spend $10 on a skin in Smite.
Yeah. Don't you test me.
It's so crazy that I don't know how they would ever fix that.
I don't know either.
Oh, 35.
Oh, this looks like a fun. Oh, I just had a $5. Damn it! I knew that would be lit. I fucked it up.
You can also double tap them to just activate them without moving it.
Oh, you serious?
Yep. Game changer right there.
Oh, we gotta use 2 at the same time.
So I'm telling you, you should download them before you get too into Candy Crush. Out of moves, bro.
Oh, I know it's gonna happen.
It's tough. It was
That's
a tough
fine.
mission.
Here, fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, I'm gonna download that shit tomorrow or tonight, later. I may not sleep. God damn. Fucking.
Speaking of games that I like what we're playing. I've recently been playing. I just started playing Fire Emblem. I told you.
Yes.
I'm getting a little into that. I might do a recording. It was just me. It'll be called Just Jeff.
Just Jeff.
But yeah, I've been playing that. Even more so, I've been playing a shit ton of For the King. That video is ready. Part 1 is up. Part 1 is up.
My God, that game is beautiful.
There's another fun one that I think we're gonna do. There's a mode where it's just endless, just like dungeons. So it's room. So you don't have to go adventure all around. It's just endless. My friend Ty said he got to like level 110. The farthest I got was like 72, something like that. It's hard. It gets hard.
Oh, I bet it does. Yeah.
And you can pick whatever character you want. It's just all luck of the draw. Like if they're gonna give you stuff for your character.
Better be well rounded.
There was that. Oh shit! How did I forget? I've been playing a lot of
I played a little Fortnite recently, and a little
Fortnite. You've been getting back into it.
I was just like a small little burn before I played a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, and then back to the.
I would play Fortnite more, but I have 2 PlayStations.
Yeah.
I have the one here and the one in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And I almost never game in the bedroom anymore. Now I just play in the living room.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like bringing
you had to bring.
Well, it's like. I ran out of memory, and I don't want to. My game. I have a really old PlayStation, so it's like a 500 gigabyte one, and that's like not necessary for anything. Like people need more memory.
Way more.
That should not be a default. I don't know who that memory was made for.
Old us. The games we weren't downloading this many games before.
And yeah, I've been playing that. God, I've definitely been playing something else. Oh, I've been playing the Ring Fit game.
What's that? Oh yeah,
the little circle.
Yeah. The circle.
Trying to get buff. The game is fucking funny. It makes you. I was surprised that it was more of a workout than I thought. Like after like half an hour, 45 minutes, I was like sweating and like Jesus Christ, like this is fucking rough.
Yeah.
And you could set like what difficulty you want it to be, and like add like more reps, or whatever. And like the game mode is you, and you should have like a strap around your leg that has a Joy-Con attached to it.
Yeah.
And then of course the ring, and then you run in place to make your character run along the trail, and then you have to like turn your body at times and like
so it's actually like it's a cardio thing.
Yeah, and then you get up to it's a cardio until you get to a fight. And then you have a list of moves. Like you ever play like Final Fantasy? How like they have like a list of moves. Yes. You have a list of moves that you could do, and they're like out of like it's either you're working out core or arms or legs or
Nice.
they have yoga moves in there too, which is weird. I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm not doing anything.
I feel like I could use that just to be more flexible.
I'm also not balanced.
I have no balance.
I think that's what fucked me up.
I want
the
to
most.
be more coordinated, so I do want to do that.
That might be my hidden hate against yoga. It might be because like, I just have no balance.
I have no balance.
You know, I think the first thing they do is like the warrior pose, and it's just like you just like lunge forward, kinda, and like your arms in the air, and then it's like I'm like,
I fuck that shit up all the time. But it's also because I'm not flexible. I can't touch the ground. That's frustrating. But I think I would really, really enjoy it and benefit from it.
They have a lot of I don't know. It feels like it's doing something.
Oh yeah.
Like the next day, I could feel sore and shit. I was like, what?
What is that?
From this ring?
What?
Like everybody looks at it and it's just like, this is what you work out with. But it's tough. They're really creative with what they put together.
That's good.
Like with what they had, they actually made an actual workout thing.
It might be good for Kristen because Kristen's trying to get more into rock climbing. And so she's trying to work out her arms and back.
She'll love it.
To find out different ways of helping, and that actually might be perfect.
Liz had the ring, right? And she tried to squeeze them together, and she couldn't. After she was like, "Does this even work you out?" And she was like,
"Does it even work you out? Does it even work?"
But yeah, it's fun.
I bet.
You also have other things where they have the whole list of like a ton of moves, and you can make your own like workout list that you want to do.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fun. I've been playing a lot of that. How did I forget? Zombie Army. I've been playing a whole lot of Zombie Army.
And you've been telling me that.
A whole fucking lot of Zombie Army. It's really fucking fun. If you guys haven't played Zombie Army or haven't played any of the Zombie Armies, I highly recommend playing the first one. Zombie Army Trilogy. You just have to play it just to get through it. So you can fully appreciate Zombie Army 4. I would say play Zombie Army Trilogy.
Got it.
Because me and my buddy Ian, it goes with the 4 players.
Oh, nice.
It works off the same engine as Sniper Elite. I don't know if you ever played that.
I don't remember.
If you ever played Zombie Army Trilogy,
I have not played.
You ever play Zombie Army Trilogy? Play through Sniper Elite. Also, because they're pretty much like identical.
Same
it's pretty much identical. It's almost as if somebody modded the game. That's what it feels like. That's probably might have been like where it came from.
Also, that needs to be a thing.
This is a big lighter.
That's something that we need to talk about. Yeah, I know.
It's because I'm sorry, I got distracted, but I have this little tiny bit. You know the smallest lighters that they have. Me and Ian went to Quick Check the other day. And I needed a lighter, and we were gonna get sandwiches. So we get to the register, and that's where I have all these standing on. And I got the one on top, which are the small ones. And I ripped it off. I'm like, here you go. And I gave it to the lady. Because I picked it up like this, with my fingertips like on top of it. So I didn't fully grip it. And I knew if I fully gripped it, I'd be like, what is this?
What are you giving me to buy?
And I put it in the bag. It wasn't until I got home. And I was looking through the bag. I'm like, where the hell is it? And I picked it out. I'm like, why the fuck is it so small?
How did you not realize it?
I'm like, but it works fine, I guess.
Yeah, but it's small.
It's small. It's pocket size. Fuck. Even though they're all pocket size.
Yeah, they're all pocket size.
The Zombie Army 4 is really fun. Oh, I'm supposed to be fighting this blob. Sorry, everybody. But Zombie Army 4 is really fun. Even more fun with friends and shit to play with. My biggest critique about it is that it's way easier than Zombie Army Trilogy. If you play Zombie Army Trilogy, that on a normal difficulty with the default amount of zombies, that game is still a huge fucking pain to get through. Zombie Army 4, me and Ian had to like put it on the hardest difficulty because in that game you could set the amount of zombies you get by like how many players. Okay. So you could put like a 4-player amount of zombies. So give me the amount of zombies as if there's 4 players, and they would do that. Like it'd be a shit ton. But the game is so easy that me and Ian were playing it, and it's like we play on the hardest difficulty with maximum amount of zombies to get a challenge. Just to get the challenge of it. Because we were playing, it's fun. It's fun playing through it normally, but you feel like this is kind of easy. Like I feel like this is
like I can keep going.
Well, I think it's because I'm comparing it to Zombie Army Trilogy because that game is so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because they really want you to get those headshots on these zombies.
It's like good fucking luck.
They have this one big like machine gun zombie.
I do actually remember we played this for a second. We played a little bit of it.
Zombie Army?
Or we saw you started.
I don't know. I play a lot of games.
Yeah, I know.
I play a lot of games. You guys will find out how much.
No. We have an idea.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything I've been playing. I had another thing up in my notes that I wanted to talk about. Oh, there's a lot of games coming out in April.
April's gonna be a good month.
Well, a lot. I mean, like, there's a couple big titles coming out in April. One of which being, of course, Doom.
Yes.
Other one would be, what's it called? What's it called? I had it in my head all day. The one with the little leaf people and the little animals that are your neighbors, and you have to like look for money.
Fuck you! I know what it is.
Fuck you!
Pikmin?
Shit! No, not fucking Pikmin. Who's playing Pikmin?
Hey! Don't knock Pikmin.
I know. And I was a kid. I've never played Pikmin before, but it's because my parents never bought me it when I was a kid, and even to this day, I wish I got Pikmin and I wish I played Pikmin.
You'd actually really like the game.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
That's what it's fucking called.
Animal Crossing.
Boom, nailed it.
Hit him.
That game's coming out, and there's a lot of new shit. Apparently, there's like over 100 new like little animal guys you can have as neighbors and shit like that they put into the game. And Doom Eternal. I don't know much about it, but I did play the other Doom, the new Doom.
The new Doom, not the Doom.
I guess the remake Doom,
the
remastered
Doom? Yeah,
Doom?
it's remastered. Yeah,
something like that.
The way you should enjoy Doom now.
You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I played that Doom, and it was fun. I didn't beat it. I think I got like 80% the way through it, and I was like, I get it. I got the gist of it. Like, I think I experienced the most I could experience from Doom. Like it was fun. It was fun. It definitely was fun.
But you don't need to do the whole.
You didn't. I didn't need it.
I'm with you.
I didn't need it. I was like, it ended up just being tedious, and I'm like, it's almost like it tried. I didn't know. I feel like they didn't know what to make the game, whether more horror or more. These motherfuckers are taking my money, or more action, and it just felt like too much sometimes. Of like, I don't know. It's hard for me. Listen. I can't really articulate what it felt like to me.
I feel like with Doom, they were more happy about we have a product than we made a game with this attention to detail, regardless of whatever the creators are going to say about the game.
Exactly.
So it's like at the time, things were so difficult to make that they weren't as critical as to like what this was. So, and then when people have a nostalgia about it, it's going to be for them. Oh, it's still this. You don't know, like it's this whole thing because it brings up emotions in them. But like when you don't play it, for you, it's like. I get it,
and it's like, okay.
Listen, it's just happens to everything.
I get why other people like.
Yes.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you get why.
I understand that why other people like it. Like it's fun,
but it's not. Yeah.
But it's just not my taste. I guess
I'm with you.
I like more like slightly more strategic games. Something that stimulates my brain more. Because I feel like, that's what it is. Doom is very, like, turn off your brain and just fucking destroy and murder shit. And I get those feelings sometimes. Like, I just want to play a game where I gotta kill something.
Yeah, it's something stupid.
Exactly. I need something stupid. But yeah, that's what Doom was for me. And I'm sure Doom Eternal is going to pretty much be like that, but better.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. Halo Infinite.
I know nothing about. I didn't do any research on this Halo Infinite. All I saw was that trailer, and that's it.
Yeah.
What do you got?
No. I mean, that's all anyone knows.
It's just that. I thought you knew a little more to tell me.
No. But just the idea, like the specs about what they're trying to do with the new Xbox, how they're trying to first and foremost, they're going to honor all like 360 and Xbox One games. It's going to be all like backwards compatible.
I can't wait.
So just get ready for that.
There's one fucking game that's not backwards compatible yet on my fucking Xbox, and I'm very upset.
What is it?
And to this day, it's one of my favorite games, and Max Payne 3.
Yo, that was a good game.
And Max Payne 1 is backwards compatible. Max Payne 2 is backwards compatible because they were part of a different developing team. They made that. Different people made the game. And Rockstar people.
Yes.
Rockstar people made GTA.
They made
a
great game.
Max Payne 3.
Yeah.
And they had the rights just for Max Payne 3, and now for some fucking reason they won't fucking put it on backwards compatible or remaster or something. Like, give me something. I miss it. I played it dozens of times, over and over again. It was just
I remember the
fun.
first time I played it was at my older brother Eric's house when he first got his 360. That was right. That was the game that was the first game that came with it, if I remember correctly. It was like some weird thing when he got his Xbox that he got that with it.
Oh, I thought you meant like that was the first game that came out with Xbox.
No.
Like, that is very wrong.
Yeah,
but no.
My bad. I did say that.
There's probably some kind of.
I did say that. That may have been, some libations talking, but
But yeah, so Max Payne 3 was one of my fucking favorite games ever. I'm so upset. I don't even know why I got rid of it. I don't know why. I was
maybe you were mad because it wasn't backwards.
Yeah, that must have been it.
But maybe they fix that in this. We'll see what happens. But I do know that that's what's announced. They're trying to make it so everything works like God of War, and there's little or no load time.
Oh shit! You know what came out today?
What?
So you know how people like hack games
Yeah.
to like. No shit. People know how to hack games, but they like hacked this. They hacked God of War.
Yeah.
And they were like messing around with the camera to like see like around the world like more. So do you know the scene where Kratos is like choking out Baldur? It's towards the beginning when they have that first big epic fight.
Yes.
And then he throws and like he like snaps his neck or whatever, throws him off the cliff.
Yes.
So when he throws him off the cliff, the guy like zoomed out.
Yeah.
And followed the body down the hole. And then you see Baldur turn around and flip off, and both middle fingers just pointing up. Like that. And then I'm like, oh, because he's still alive. And I'm like, that's fucking insane.
Like, so I'm telling you right now, listen, they made the game so good, and they took so much time that they even thought, you know what? When people hack this fucking game, we want them to see the work. Because it's almost like putting up the middle finger to the people who hack it and go like, "You thought we didn't prepare."
Like what? Like you played PT? No. I'm sorry. I know who I'm talking to. You never played PT, but I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes.
I know you're horrified of horror games before you're playing them. The ghost lady who's in that game apparently is following you almost like the whole game. And somebody hacked the game and like turn the camera on, and she's behind you pretty much the entire time in the game, and you can never see her. Like it was just like Hideo Kojima wanted to give you the feeling of as if you're being watched the whole time.
Evil.
He's an evil fucking man.
That is evil. I don't care.
Like, who thinks of that shit?
You're
not right. That's like
no. We need to check out this guy. Like maybe take all his content and prepare it for like movies and books. But then we need to get rid of this man.
And then we need to get rid of this. Oh, but then they made Death Stranding.
You know what? There's probably some fuck following you to this day because you just bought this game.
They could have made Silent Hill, and then because that's what PT was. PT was just a demo trailer for Silent Hill, and you're supposed to be Norman Reedus in that, but now you're in Norman Reedus in Walking Simulator.
That sounds great for people.
Oh, you looked up the Series X?
Also, just a little thing, they might be trying to add a Windows mode, basically allowing you to play with PC games and be able to you play Steam games on your beautiful Xbox, which will now stream in 4K? Oh, okay.
That is literally a game fucking changer, dude. You don't know how bad I want to play Steam games on Xbox.
That's how they're meant to be played. Xbox One. Listen, I don't care what anyone says to me. They run me. I love PlayStation games.
I wouldn't say they won, but they made the comeback. And PlayStation is kind of in the dust right now. I could say that much at least.
Yes. Because there are certain games with PlayStation.
Xbox had a pretty shitty start. And it was just like, and I bought it for myself, and I got the Unity bundle, which was when it came with Assassin's Creed Unity and Black Flag. Black Flag way better than Unity.
Far better. Far better.
I don't remember anything of Unity other than it sucked.
It was a bad game, but did not have a good time.
Black Flag. Okay. I love all games with naval combat and shit like that.
Naval combat games are super underrated. 1 and 2. Black Flag was. To me, I don't know. Maybe you all hate me. It's like a top 2 Assassin's Creed for me.
What is
Black Flag.
Black Flag's top 2?
Top 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That's easy.
Right. It's I don't think that's.
Because everyone's gonna tell you Assassin's Creed 2 is that shit.
Yeah.
Which you're right to believe that, people. You could believe that. That's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong or you're dumb, but for me, number 1 is Brotherhood.
Oh.
When
without a doubt,
they unlocked
Brotherhood,
what Assassin's Creed, what Ezio and all this shit could be, and I'm like, that's it. Like they added so much shit to this game. This is fucking awesome, and the online was so fucking fun.
And that was the first time they really did it, right? Am I not mistaken? That's the first time they actually did online.
Yeah, that was their first shot at it,
and it was fucking good.
It was
fucking good. They knew the game. They knew how to maximize the engine. They knew how it would feel like while you were playing and interacting with it.
Yep.
And it knew that it was going to reward time in, skill in, and playing the entire game when you did the multiplayer. So and even if you did, stop. That was a great.
And then they came out with Assassin's Creed 3, which was bad, but the online was still just as good.
Online was still good.
It was still just as good.
I didn't think 3 was that bad, personally.
The story didn't make much sense. I
didn't like Unity that much.
Well, because
I hated Unity.
They were at such a high with the Assassin's Creed games.
Play 3 again.
With Altair and his story, I cared the whole time.
The whole time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
And then Ezio, that's no brainer. You cared the whole time. The story was awesome. Assassin's Creed 3, you play as Connor, and I felt no emotional connection to this man.
I want you to
replay it.
No, not even like you don't have to replay it. Just like almost like watch someone.
Cracker ways to replay it.
Like you could watch someone replay it.
Right.
Like just.
Oh, you know what? Maybe then.
Like. I think it's a better game than it gets credit for. I think that 1 is the first game, obviously, so you give it its due. Like talk about 1. It's the first one.
Of course.
2, overhyped, personally. For me, it's like...
It might have been the overhype.
It's the overhyped one for me.
They played it as if it was the end of a trilogy.
And it was.
It was. Technically, it was.
But
for Desmond.
Yeah.
It was Desmond.
Desmond's end. It wasn't the... Yeah.
Which made no sense. I remember being a kid, and I was so confused with that ending.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, look at all these gods.
I was like, I don't...
It's all connected somehow, I guess.
Yeah, it somehow makes sense.
Receive, defend, and a story.
But 2 is still a good game, of course. But for me, it's Brotherhood and Black Flag. And I honestly don't think it's a close third. I don't think there's a close third, but...
What do you mean?
In Assassin's Creed.
Oh!
Like I think those 2 are a tier above the other.
Revelations also didn't care much for either.
I didn't care for it, but I think...
Old Altair.
Yeah, I didn't care for it too much either. What was the
Unity. Well, there was more. I'm sorry, I didn't play Odyssey.
No.
Or Origins either. I didn't play either one of those.
Origins was.
I heard Odyssey's really great, but I heard it's also like nothing like Assassin's Creed, so I don't know.
No, it's
like I wonder if it's even worth calling it like that.
I wouldn't put it in the same category of like when you're.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
But you could make the argument for Black Flag though, because
you think so?
I think you can make the argument. I think it's still an Assassin's Creed game. But I think that if you're like basing
Black Flag.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That one, I think that's when they were first like, let's just stray away from what we were doing and let's figure this out. And then like, oh, look, naval combat is pretty good. Let's put it in the other games and everything that we're making.
I said like, again, those 2 for me top, but it gets hard to rank after that point. Frankly.
I feel
like for different reasons, they're all flawed in ways that make you not as invested, but they're still good games.
Yeah.
And the challenge of doing certain missions and stuff like that is always going to be fun. I don't care what anyone says. Like the reason why the whole games, even though like some of them, notably suck.
Yes. That's like
that has to be said. You can't get past it. Some suck. But even in those, it sucks that it's only one time, but there's at least one mission that makes you
just so mad.
And you're like, and you actually get into it. The best games have those moments all the time. The mediocre games have them for different times, and the bad ones have them. Some only one, okay, but some. Most at least have 2. But like again, that's why the series is a good series, and you should play certain games. But that's the whole thing about trilogies.
Oh, did you hear about Sorry, way back we were talking about games coming out in April.
Yes.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, not in March, right? In April, yeah, it should be April. In the end of April, Gears Tactics. Have you heard anything about this?
I have not.
Gears Tactics is going to be pretty much like XCOM, but Gears of War, and you get to customize your peeps and your team, and you're fighting locusts, and you get to like put them, like it's a strategic like tactics game pretty much. And I'm like, this might save them, because Gears 5 was pretty bad. Like maybe this is the right path to take. let's change up the game completely.
And you know what? Fucking bring it. And I'll tell you why. I grew up on Fire Emblem. Grew up on that fucking game. And I'll tell you why it relates. Before, it wasn't about, let's go in this relationship and let's make everyone hot. All that shit.
Look at my waifus.
Look at my waifus. Look at my man's husbandos, okay? Guess what? Before, it was just a fucking strategy game. It's about killing stupid assholes. And if Gears of War can capture that space and just be nothing about any of the shit that Fire Emblem has now become, that shit is gonna be awesome. I'm just telling you, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Off just those concepts alone. We're not even talking about what Gears of War could actually do with it, how they can make it.
You gotta see the trailer for it. If you guys haven't seen the trailer for Gears Tactics, I would look at it now.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it after this.
If you're a fan like I am of like XCOM, I fucking love XCOM. I played like 3 times over and over again. Like in each, I played like the first one, and then they had like a remake of the first one. So I played that too, and then XCOM.
I didn't play the remake. I only played the first.
And then they came out with a DLC for it, which like pretty much made it. It's like
a separate game.
Like the DLC that came out, it's so big and it changed the game so much. They almost made it XCOM 3. But they were like, thank you so much, people at XCOM. They just made it DLC and didn't make me have to wait for a whole actual game. Thank you. It was so fucking good.
XCOM, your penis is so large.
So you can't go wrong with Gears Tactics. I think it's gonna be.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I hope it's good.
I have
a strong feeling that's going to be good.
I have a strong feeling you're right.
What's it called? Ultimate Chicken Horse comes out with the update. Have you played Ultimate Chicken Horse?
Yes.
You played Ultimate Chicken Horse?
Yes, of course I have. Yes. We have we had a video of it. I don't know if that's in the X files.
We didn't record Ultimate Chicken Horse.
They didn't record it?
No, definitely not.
Okay. I thought we maybe tried.
The only video we lost was Splunky.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. Splunky. Maybe one day we'll get back into it.
We have to get back into Splunky. But still.
That update's gonna be cool. They're adding a new character. They're adding 2 new levels. They're adding 4 new items that could be used in the game. And all that shit's gonna be good. Like me, Ty, Ian, Liz were playing it like a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
and it was fucking fun. I've not laughed that hard while gaming. It's so long.
It's such a ridiculous game.
Like,
you get so
and the cursing. And the cursing. General fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job with that game. They knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah. It's just a game. I don't know. Sometimes you don't need to be doing the same stuff all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes you need some variety.
Weep boop.
Big hit.
Big hit. Why can't I do that? Oh, so please.
That's why.
Takes that fuck myself.
Takes that damage.
5.
Okay, you could have defended all of that if you just knew.
If I knew.
If you knew.
What was that? Speaking of. Nobody was speaking of Naruto, but I'm gonna talk about Naruto now. So I started rewatching Naruto from the beginning.
Great.
From the very beginning. And I remember watching Naruto a lot when I was younger. And I remember stopping because it used to be on Cartoon Network. I think I forgot if it was Toonami yet.
Toonami was around for a long time, but Toonami used to also be at different times. So at first, Liz actually mentioned it today. First, it was Saturday mornings. That was when you got Pokemon.
Wait, are you talking about on Channel 11 or on like Cartoon Network? I know Channel 11 had their morning lineup too. Well, I didn't have cable.
I forget. Oh, okay. I forget if it was Cartoon Network.
Well, by the time Naruto came out, I did have cable.
Okay, so it's still around that. It was around that time.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't care. This is how I feel, and I was like,
yeah, you can't tell Evan how to feel.
It's how I feel.
Fuck you and your emotions, people.
Yeah, fuck you. I thought it started off as Saturday morning cartoons, basically, and then it was also competing, if you remember, with Foster's Home with Imaginary Friends, certain things like that would come on
shit, I haven't heard that
Nickelodeon.
name in so long.
Shit like that was going on at the same time.
Oh my god.
And then I forget when the switch happened, but then you started to get straight up Toonami, and then Toonami would just play cartoons, but it wasn't like I don't remember being a nighttime thing.
What was on Toonami?
No, Toonami used to be more kiddish. It wouldn't even put on. They did put on a couple.
I'm pretty sure,
but they had
Dragon Ball was
Dragon
on
Ball
Toonami,
was
definitely.
on Toonami.
Absolutely.
But at first, when it was first coming out, it was marketed and for kids. So
with Dragon Ball?
No, Toonami and stuff like that. So it wasn't on at late hours. Then Toonami went away.
It went to a quiet.
No. It just wasn't around. They stopped using it, and they would just still show the shows. But I'm pretty sure Toonami was effectively it was just not being used. Then someone came up with the idea of okay, this obviously was a thing. These kids are older now. Maybe even some adults might like it. It's well popular in the countries they're from. Let's just do animes Saturday nights and call it Toonami.
Yeah.
I forget when that happened. I forget when. I remember being in college when it did, if I'm not mistaken, when it at least came to nighttime, and it was that was the whole point of it. And ever since then, it's gotten so much more people into it.
Really?
Yeah.
They did a good job with that shit.
But,
sorry. I was going to Naruto.
I just had it.
Started watching it from the beginning.
Yes.
I binge watched the shit out of that. I finished the whole Naruto arc, the whole thing, and use the man lighter. I finished the whole thing in a week. I binge watched the shit out of it. Well, you gotta watch it the way I watch it, because a lot of the big problem people have with it is all the flashbacks, all the filler. And I'm sorry, after the Naruto and Sasuke fight, you can pretty much go on to Shippuden.
Yeah, that's my key to rewatching Naruto.
It was all filler after that until the show ended.
Well, not that much.
What was significant other than him? I remember the episode where he was trying to find that bug that sniffed his fart.
Oh, okay. Wait, you're talking before Shippuden.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking about after Naruto and Sasuke fight.
You're right. You just go straight to Shippuden. To watch all of that.
Well, you should watch
Well, there's a couple fights. Hold up. There's.
if you're looking for fights, you can look that up online.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry. If you're looking for the fights, just go online. Look up the best Naruto fights.
Because
Rock Lee's the fucking man.
Oh, right.
He's my favorite character of all time. Him and Shikamaru is just a personal favorite because I relate to him on a spiritual level.
Shikamaru is he's the guy who
if weed existed, he'd be the guy on the weed.
Shikamaru is he's always thinking. He's always tell me that man is not a euphemism for being a hot man. I'm just saying that dude was, and he's awesome. And I think it shows out when you see Shippuden and you see Boruto. Sorry. My brother told me this the other day, and I haven't been watching it. This is probably
Boruto
why.
lit?
No. Boruto, the show sucks.
Oh. Rip.
Watch the movie. Watch up until the movie. Then there's a movie, and then
movie? I had friends tell me that too. They were like, "Oh, you gotta watch the movies too." I'm like, "What movies? There was Naruto movies?"
No, not Naruto movies. I never watched a single Naruto movie. Hate me if you want.
Okay.
I didn't care.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't even know they existed.
I didn't either. And then someone told me, I don't give a shit. I want to just emphasize how. What was I talking about?
Please. Sorry. I'm distracted. The movies, the Boruto movies.
Oh yeah. Oh, so watch it up until the movie. Watch the movie, and then from that point on, just go to the manga. Because
really?
Just read it. Because this was for my brother.
Well, Shippuden has 9 seasons.
Well, yeah.
That's gonna take me the longest time to finish.
No, but there's parts of Shippuden that are definitely gonna be more filler but then a lot of it's important.
Oh, when I first started watching Shippuden,
oh man,
I was kind of I kind of wish I didn't watch. I wish I didn't. I could have saved time. Because Shippuden, the first couple episodes are all flashbacks Oh, it was still a whole lot of the beginning.
A lot of Shippuden. At least in the first, I would say, maybe I'm overestimating, but I mean, just think generally with the idea of what I'm trying to say is.
Just listen to Evan but pretend he's right.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I'm trying without looking it up. Basically, if there's
That's
like
tough.
30 or 40 of like the first episodes of Shippuden, you could probably watch 4 of them and you're okay. Like,
yeah.
Like, because a lot of what that is basically reintroducing to characters and telling you about them through like flashbacks and also through like actions that aren't flashbacks, but then eventually lead to more flashbacks.
It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in, and I really feel that if you could cut a lot of that out, but right after that, it starts hitting, and yeah, Shippuden is great, honestly.
Shippuden is really I just finished the first story arc where because right off the bat, what's his face gets kidnapped, Gaara, and they're finding the 2 Akatsuki people, that puppet guy and the guy with the mouths on his hands that nobody mentions or talks about. Everyone's like, that's fine. He has fucking mouths on his hands. That's okay. It's a normal day in the ninja world.
Normal day in the ninja world.
Everyone's like, this is all right. This is fine. But other than that, they have that story arc was real fucking good.
It's a good story arc.
The whole time I was like, I could barely, because like when I was watching Naruto, anything that was boring, skipped it. Like I was like, because I'm watching it on Hulu, and I was telling my friends that if I were to watch Naruto like weekly, like if it was coming out a weekly thing, I would not watch Naruto anymore, because it's so ridiculously like, because some episodes just nothing happens.
You need to binge. You need the binge.
Exactly, and I'm like, and I get it. And like I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is a flashback of a character I don't care about. I'm skipping it. This is a long ass dragged out conversation. I'm
done.
skipping it.
I know what you're saying.
So that's how I got through Naruto really fast. And Shippuden, I barely had to do that for this whole Gaara arc because it was all just so crazy and interesting.
Great shit.
And I don't know. So far, I like Shippuden blows the regular Naruto series like out of the water for me. And it's it's so good
for me as well, because I think of now without a doubt. Well, yeah. And listen, people feel types of way about My Hero. It's one of the best tournament arcs of all time in anime.
I don't know. I have some stuff.
I know there's some stuff that better, but we need to recognize that shit was awesome. Just in the grand scheme of things, when you're gonna like, when you're not in the moment of watching it, like I'm telling you, My Hero's tournament arc, amazing. Whatever. Outside of that,
when he was going against that guy that took over his mind fight, or the one where he's flicking.
Flicking is tough, but
the way I explain it too, it's like the flicking one.
No, but that shit was.
But that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
that tournament thing.
That shit hits the heart for real. That shit was real.
I get. I'm on the. I feel on a spectrum of like liking and not liking it. I'm definitely on the spectrum of liking, My Hero, but.
I'm not talking about the show. I was just mentioning tournament arc because this is what I was gonna say about.
Oh,
this is what
okay.
I say. In Naruto, in the regular show, that tournament arc will forever be. It might be
that
untouched.
I can agree with them.
That might forever
that was the highlight
be
of the
untouched.
whole series.
That is one of the greatest things in anime. It's one of the. It is fantastic. That fight, those fights, that arc is amazing.
They knew what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing. Again, but outside of that, I say Shippuden is a better product.
They do that in a lot of tournament animes, where it's like the main character always gets far in the tournament, but never wins the tournament. And they do that in a lot of it. They do it in Naruto. They do. Well, to be fair, in Naruto, they got attacked in the whole. But they get far, but they never win it. Mm-hmm. Like, and I think they do the same shit in Dragon Ball sometimes too.
Yes.
Pokemon, like every fucking Pokemon. Ash exactly.
Ash gets that ass whooped.
That's what I mean.
Time.
Like, there's a formula sometimes, and I see it in some animes. Like like Liz knows, I'm very picky with my anime.
I'm sure.
And because like when I watched, it's hard for me to sit down and just watch something. Like I have to be, that's like really like drag me in. That's why I like playing video games so much, because like I'm stimulated the whole time. But like when some anime, it's like I get it. I know what they're trying to do. Like I like Food Wars. Food Wars is fantastic. I fucking love Food Wars, and that was an anime I started watching. So I'm like, I've never seen an anime like this.
Oh, I love.
Like I've never seen anything close to this. It's epic, and like,
it's epic in its own way.
It's hilarious. It's hilariously epic.
No, yes,
because it's like this shouldn't be epic, but it is.
Like when it comes, when sometimes I'm watching, I'm like, why is this epic? And then I'm watching and I go like, this is epic. Like it defies what I'm thinking.
This is a horrible hand I just got.
Yeah, you got fucked. Honestly,
no. Okay,
but Food Wars is very fucking funny, but it does test you. If you aren't about the lewd life, it tests you a bit.
Oh, it pushes the boundaries. It's definitely not.
But then it becomes comical. Like
if you have a friend that you want to introduce to anime,
don't.
It's not Food Wars. It's not Food Wars.
Like you need to be already used to or have an idea of what you're going into.
Well, okay, good question. I'll give you my answer first. But what anime is the anime that you recommend to people who have never watched anime before? For me, it's Death Note. I recommend Death Note to most people who have never watched anime before, because it's just a good introduction of just like this, like it could be epic, and they have like little story arcs like they do in regular TV shows too.
Yes, I go with, maybe I'm putting people on the wrong path, but I do Psycho Pass, because Psycho Pass
is it a lot? Like you don't want an anime that's like a lot to take in, you know?
I don't think it's a lot to take in. I think it's more. It's closer to what a regular American TV show is more like. It's different in the sense of like the structure or not the structure. It's the same structure, but the way and how it's executed is different. Like it's through anime, but like it's more of a Western kind of story.
I hear you. Kind of like Cowboy Bebop.
Kind of like that, but it's as if Cowboy Bebop and Death.
I love Cowboy Bebop, but it's also it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying it's
kind of anime.
It's both of. It would be taking Death Note and Cowboy Bebop and mashing that together.
Oh,
that is probably the best way for me to describe.
I just got my shit pushed in right here.
Yeah, no, you got fucked.
It's a good thing too, because we're getting close to the end of the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, gotta cut this off.
Yeah,
at some point.
I can't
give you all this cold.
I gotta get my shit pushed in right here.
Here we go.
And
my turn.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna like some housekeeping stuff we want to talk about. Like there's only so many things to talk about, so until we get more comfortable, I think this podcast thing might be like a monthly thing. Once a month we'll talk about and like recap of like what happened in this month, like what game's coming out next month.
Exactly.
And then when we get more into it, like we'll probably do like weekly or bi-weekly.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, when we have more shit to talk about.
Exactly.
But we have a fun idea for like when we do our Let's Play stuff. Like I want to get like I have a shit ton of games, like over 500 games. I want to write them all out and cut them into a little piece of paper and throw them in a bowl. And just pick them out. So at the end of every episode, we're gonna pull it out, and so that you guys will know. We'll know what game we're gonna be playing next time. Because I'm like, I have no game to play today. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, all right. So
here we go. We're gonna pick one of 500.
Exactly.
Easy.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing that. It's gonna take me like a little bit. Maybe on Saturday we could start it while they're painting.
Yes.
All right, but cool. There might have been more stuff I wanted to talk about.
Let me just. Yeah, let's go through a list.
I mean, like of
For the King.
Gears Tactics. I think that's it.
We hit it.
That's it. Okay.
All right.
I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. And if not, we'll talk about it in another episode.
Yes.
Next episode would probably go up would be part 2 of For the King.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. Yeah.
That'll be going up.
Yeah. That's
and we'll get back into that some more. We're going to do. That's going to be like a 20-part series.
There's going to be so many times we play that game.
For the King is it's just a long game.
It's a long game.
We didn't even finish that.
We didn't finish it. We have to win it the right way.
But yeah, we're going to be playing more stuff soon. So see ya.
Peace.